Hello and welcome to Dave Makes Stuff. This week the welder's been out of action and I've been chasing parts for it, so rather than Dave makes grumpy phone calls, I figured I'd move things around a bit, so I've mostly made a pile of bits. To start with the big obvious bit, that's the front bumper. The front bumper is for aerodynamics, for looks and for catching on the curb, and we don't need any of those off-road, so that can go. Next up are the intercoolers. These are useful on a turbo car, but not when they hang down in front of the front wheels and get hit by rocks and stones and mud and everything, so they've gone. And in their place we want a front mount intercooler which sits up high in the middle, out of harm's way. The next challenge was that the front crash bar was in the way of where we needed to run the intercooler pipes. So we took the crash bar off, and thankfully by this point the grumpy phone calls had worked, the welder was back in action, and we could adjust the brackets to move the crash bar down. Now there's plenty of space. When I discovered that the air conditioning system had no gas in it at all, I realised I could rip that out without fear of releasing any greenhouse gases, and that just left the main radiator. If I can lift that up, we'd be in much better shape off-road. So with a bit of cutting and shunting and rerouting of mysterious pipes inside the engine bay, that's moved up, and now in a future episode we'll stick a bash plate under it and then we will be invincible off-road. One last thing to show you, well, two last things to show you. It wouldn't be an episode of Dave Makes Stuff without an angle grinder, and the front wings were hanging down a lot further than everything else now that we've lifted it all. So yeah, time to chop them back. There is a guard on the way for the angle grinder. It has been pointed out to me, running without one isn't sensible. So don't do that. Well, that's everything for this episode. We'll finish with a quick once round the car. Show progress so far. Hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you have, then please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.